Sorry, ran out of storage, man. I gotta figure out another way to do these videos. But yeah, I was saying they're gonna test the other sample of the Ryan Garcia thing to see if you know if that second one comes back. That's what I was talking about, and you know we'll see if he's comes back in the clear. Now, to be honest, I don't know, man. That's tough, man. Do I think he purposely cheated or did anything like that? Nah, I don't think so. I think he could have taken some things or whatever to, just to help him train a little bit or help him recover or whatever, possibly. Yeah, of course. Who doesn't take supplements or, eat certain foods and things like that to regain strength or replenish or just to, help your muscles grow. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, I'm saying, did he purposely not make the weight? I believe he knew he couldn't make the weight, but he wanted this fight. And he saw something, and he also, I believe that he probably factored in that maybe Devin Haney likes to weight bully, and he's dealing with Victor Conti. So, you know what? Let me come in a little bit heavier so I'm not drained like I was with Tank Davis, and maybe this would be an even advantage. I mean, not advantage, but even playing field. So I think it was a combination of a few things. Just my opinion. I'm just a fan. I don't know nobody. I don't know the inside scoop. So I'm just, a working man. And I'm just giving my opinion on sports. So that's what I think with that. I don't think that, to me personally, Ryan went in there and said, I'm going to cheat to beat this guy. I don't think he did that. And, like I did the video nobody watched about flaws and weaknesses and things like that. I think that's mainly what caused Devin Haney to fight, not Ryan cheating or having some extra advantage or extra power. Power is power. Power is, I'm not saying it can't be enhanced, but power is power, man. I seen like Barry Bonds just touch the ball and that shit fly. But I don't think that definitely enhanced his whatever he was taking. It definitely was enhancing his power on the contact. So I don't want to say that he took something to enhance his power. I don't want to say that, but I think that when you have a certain ability, it's there regardless. That's what I'm trying to say. Could it have been enhanced even more? We don't know. I'm not in his camp. But I don't think he purposely said, I'm going to cheat to go beat Devin Haney. I don't think he did that. I just think that he played his cards right. Haney still got in there when he knew he was overweight. And he still made certain mistakes, had certain habits, and his weakness got exposed. And things happen, man. Hopefully he can bounce back and be a draw. It's still a draw. These guys got to get out of this habit of thinking you lose a fight. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with the pressure of the Mayweather era, and the pressure of these guys they make everything pay-per-view, and these guys are not, they're not so now you gotta match guys to sell pay-per-view. You gotta find the right opponents, and there's only but so many opponents guys gonna fight that's pay-per-view stars, and that's why the numbers be so bad to me, because a lot of these fighters are not pay-per-view fighters. They're still building their names, or some of these guys just don't sell as much, and they're not household names and all of that. A lot of the fights are not big enough for them to be pay-per-view. Like this Ryan Garcia fight was more of should have been like an HBO fight. Now Haney versus a Tank Davis, something that people are anticipating, you know, would have been a more better pay-per-view fight. Would have sold the millions probably. Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney. The build-up would have been, you know what I'm saying, a bit of great build-up. People would have wanted to see that fight. I don't think it would have sold as much as the Garcia probably would have been around the same, because these are two pillow-fisted dudes. And that's the thing with pay-per-view. To be a boxing star and to be a pay, people come to see the end result. What they anticipate seeing great action. And, you know, I think that sometimes some of these fighters, you know, like Devin Haney, he got caught out of position trying to be an aggressive fighter, and that's not really how he wants to box, because he's trying to sell these fights, man, because they're pushing him to be pay-per-view. And that's what I mean. So now you got to have the right opponents. You got to fight, you know what I'm saying? You got to fight guys you may not even be ready to fight yet, because once you get to a certain status and you start promoting yourself, you're gonna be expected. If I'm buying a fight, I want to see you fight a top-notch fighter. Canelo gets away with that because he's Canelo, so he can fight a John Ryder on pay-per-view because he has a country that is going to pay for his fights no matter what. He has a fan base that's going to pay for his fights no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but when it comes to Americans, we're not going to just support any fighter just because you know who you are. Like, only a handful of them, like Mike Tyson, you know, Muhammad Ali, Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Those guys brought electricity to the ring. Floyd Mayweather, you know, when they came to it was an event. It was a big thing to see them fight. So, you know, people pay for stuff like that. They want us to pay to see guys that are not exciting, guys that, you know what I'm saying, that people don't talk about every day. You know, people, you know what I'm saying, like, so they have to build interest. So that's why you see a guy like Devin Haney, you fighting out of character, you going forward trying to bang with a puncher and cost you, man. You know what I'm saying? He fought Kambosos, he fought the right fight, jab, stay on the outside. He could have fought Ryan like that, and he would have probably won easier. You made Ryan come to you. That's what Tank did. See, Tank is smart and strategic. Difference with these other guys, Tank gets knockouts, man. These guys don't. So people pay to see Tank. They want to see somebody get knocked out unconscious, man. They want to see somebody get drugged. Boxing is a violent sport. People want to see the violence. That's why people love the Mexican-style fighting when they stand in and throw caution to the wind and just exchange. That's what people want to see. Anyway, man, moving off boxing. Moving off boxing. And because it cleans so well, you can replace multiple Kathy Hochul, man, the governor, did the video earlier. I tried to flash my computer and my laptop, you know, just to show, because, you know, she said black people in the Bronx don't know what a computer is. And, you know, I just felt like that was a bad statement. And let's hope we see some results from her. Let's hope that she learned from that. And what you gonna do, lady? Me personally, you should resign. That's what I think. Because if I'm getting fired for saying something like that, or if I'm being reprimanded by HR and gotta do, if Kyrie Irving gotta sit there and make a list, they had to make a list for him of apologies and what he can and can't say, that should apply to everybody. You know? It should apply to everybody. So, let's see if it applies to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've seen people resign for less. You know, we've seen Karens resign for little outbursts and stuff like that, or be fired from their jobs. You know, guys that make racist comments be fired from their jobs. So let's see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a bad comment, and people are offended by it. You know, so let's see what she does, man. And just wanted to briefly talk about hate around this world, because I think I said in my other video we talked about I talked about violence, and I said how each culture has their own way of committing violence on each other. But what I want to talk about is culture and hate. Sometimes, I think I mentioned this earlier, some people use culture for hate. And it seems like the indigenous American, black American, or the brown American, I want to call us, we are often the recipients of culture, biasness, racism, stereotype, all of that stuff. And I spoke about how Muslims, can't be, how can you be a Muslim and be racist? And we see this in the community often. Or brothers act like you ain't Muslim because you're American or something. Islam is for everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was made clear. It ain't a Arabic religion. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't a black religion, it ain't an African religion. Like, that way of life is for everybody, right? It deals with your character, it deals with your way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? It deals with discipline. It holds you accountable. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it makes you hold yourself accountable. That is for every human being. So we can't be, and a Muslim can't be anti-Semitic. Can't be racist. We shouldn't be teaching our women to only marry within the religion. There's no compulsion in Islam, right? So a woman can't be forced to marry anybody. She has a right to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can choose, but when we allow culture to infiltrate the way we think, this is what happens, man. You get scared, people, things like that, and then people do things out of fear. Fear of losing their family, fear of being exiled. And this is in every culture, it ain't just Islam, but I'm bringing up Islam because it's astonishing to see that Muslims act like that. Our blood is supposed to be sacred, whether you are Shiite or Sunni. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to hold each other down. We're following the same book. You know what I'm saying? Like, same principles, just different way of doing things. Like I said earlier, Islam ain't got no dress code. You don't walk down the block. Now, yeah, you can just tell a Muslim by certain things, the prostration mark on his head, beard is sunnah, but it's highly recommended to have a beard. You can wear a kufi to distinguish yourself from other people. So people, it's like a form of identification, but it's not obligatory. That's not in the 5 pillars, and that's not in the articles of faith, that you have to wear a kufi to be Muslim or have a beard. Yeah, it's a good look to do that. That don't make you Muslim. Your declaration to Allah makes you Muslim. Your actions make you Muslim. Your salat makes you Muslim. Your fasting makes you a Muslim. The pilgrimage makes you a Muslim. Belief in angels make you a Muslim. Belief in the books of Allah, the revelations of Allah make you a Muslim. Belief in angels make you a Muslim. Belief in the prophets make you a Muslim. Belief in good and evil makes you a Muslim. You know, and you know, we gotta stop just labeling and looking at people and stereotyping people. And like I said, a lot of it is culture, man. There are some people that have women walking 30 feet behind them, like that's culture. That ain't got nothing to do with Islam. But if you go in other places like China, all them places, right, teach their people to not like the black American or the indigenous American. I keep saying black. I mean the people of color here. They you know what I'm saying, like people, you know what I'm saying, then they look at hip hop culture and they want to shit on hip hop culture. If it wasn't for hip hop, we wouldn't be in the positions that we be in today. Hip hop was a voice for the hood, man, that couldn't be heard. You know what I'm saying? It was a way for us to express ourselves and expose who we are and our talents and what we can do. And with hip hop opened a lot of doors, man. A lot of doors, a lot of TV shows, a lot of musicians, a lot of riches, a lot of changed lives, stadiums, a lot of racial relations, worldwide success, more respect in the communities, influence. You know, so how could, to shame Islam, you got to be bugging, man. I mean, not shame Islam, I'm sorry. To shame hip-hop culture, you got to be bugging. To shame Islam, you got to be bugging too, but to shame hip-hop culture, come on, like, now, you can talk about, some of the things that go on in hip-hop culture, like the violence. That's not really hip-hop culture. That's the streets infiltrating hip-hop culture. That's hip-hop was supposed to be a reflection of the streets. Now the streets is a reflection of hip-hop. And, and see, they're using anything to try to destroy us because they see that people are opening their eyes. And anything to keep us down. Like they gave us a little bit of hope, but deep down they want us to stay in our place because it's about control. So they want us under control. You know what I'm saying? Like they control everything. They want to control how we make money. Because if they could control that, they could take it away. I just want to see, us stick together as people, man. But, I don't know, man. But culture, man, every, person of color don't think the same, don't always have to agree, but we ain't gotta be enemies. You're not criminals. Everybody that wears a hoodie is not a criminal. Anybody that dresses, like looks like he's into, hip-hop culture, or look like he can dress, like he's a young boy or whatever. Sometimes, people still dress like they allegedly call street. Don't mean they in the streets. Don't mean that person's gonna rob you or something like that. That's just a style. Everybody wears jeans, everybody wears sweats, people wear sneakers, that, wear t-shirts, jewelry. Don't make somebody a certain way because you see that. Yeah, every culture has their pet peeves and things like that, but that's like people looking at another culture and saying because they Spanish, they eat all they eat is rice and beans. How you gonna say that? Or because they white, they eat dry vegetables. They don't know how to dance. You stereotype an entire race based off your beliefs because you see a handful of people that may can't do that or may eat like that. Nah. You don't classify people like that. You don't classify all Muslims as terrorists and hate women and all that. That's not what we believe. But because we don't take time to sit down and understand anything, we just spew hate because we don't want to be associated. You know, it's sad, man. I'm telling you, people come over here and tell their daughters not to date no black man, and only way they want you see them dating a black man is if you see them, you know, the black man is a basketball player or something like that, or a rich doctor or something, or a lawyer. You know, they ain't trying to let them date no average brother. They want to date the best of us. You know, over time, whites and blacks have been a little bit more accepting of each other. Spanish, you know, more accepting, but you still have these other races that they you know, other people that, you know, do everything in their power to keep their women from us, man. I know, buddy. I know, Papa. I know, I'm tired. I know. I'll get your song, man. I'm about to end this live, buddy. So, we about to start wilding, man. I'm gonna end this live and get back to it. Get to the little homie, probably hungry, man. Took a little quick nap. Had him outside, he probably hungry. But we gonna get back to this, man. These are conversations that need to be had, man. Face Publishing. I will be back, man. Peace.